He said, so DeAndre Brown came out and said on a tweet that being gay was fun, but I'm 25 now. It's time for a wife and kids. Oh no. All right, look. Real talk, I have to comment on this because that's facts. That's every bisexual dude's conflict. Like that's one of our biggest like conflicts within ourselves. Like I've always had to go back and forth on like, did I make the right decision choosing dudes? Like, should I be with dudes? How long should I be messing with dudes until?
Can I give it to you, show you how you can take it all? Wanna break you off? Could you ever fall in love with a young nigga like myself? And I've been thinking about you, nobody else. And my love is good for
All right, so what's good, y'all? All right. Now, as y'all can see, today is the first day that I actually like recorded on my iPhone and I'm using my mic. You feel me? I'm tired of this background noise while I record in the crib. Until we move or until whenever we upgrade, whatever we do, I'm gonna use this mic just to cut that background noise out. You feel me? All right. So I do not feel right holding this. I'm not gonna cap, but we gonna just go with it and I'm gonna try my best on this video. All right. So now today I wanted to react. All right, so today I want to talk about the DeAndre Brown. I think that's what it is. Hold on, let me just make sure. I want to address this DeAndre Brown. Now, a lot of y'all requested for me to react to this one. I had wanted to and I had forgot. I've been hella busy, y'all. Yeah, your boy got a full life. I got everything I wanted in life and I'm happy. You know what I'm saying? Can't even clap. Can't even cap. I wonder if I'm looking at the camera right or does this look right looking at this like this. I'm recording on my iPhone today too, y'all. So if it looks weird how I'm looking or where I'm looking, that's why. All right. So to go ahead and comment on the DeAndre Brown thing, he said, so DeAndre Brown came out and said on a tweet that being gay was fun, but I'm 25 now. It's time for a wife and kids. Oh no. All right, look. Real talk, I have to comment on this because that's facts. That's every bisexual dude's conflict. Like that's one of our biggest like conflicts within ourselves. Like I've always had to go back and forth on like, did I make the right decision choosing dudes? Like, should I be with dudes? How long should I be messing with dudes until like I'm ready to actually give it up and go ahead and get a kid, you know, get a girl and get some kids and start a family and everything. Mine's was literally 25 as well. I literally said the same thing. That's what's crazy. I literally said the same thing when I was like 21, I think. It was around that time because I had been messing with guys since 19. So around like 21 is when I was just like, you know what? If I don't, I started to tell that this was just like a young, dumb, full of cum lifestyle. And I was like, hey, if I don't find my person or somebody, if I don't get me a family started or something within, by the time I'm 25, I'm going to have to go ahead and cut this out and, you know, start getting me a girl and just start a family, have some kids and do the thing. Because what I always knew about myself was that even though I was like into guys, I did not want to be the stereotypical gay that did not want kids or nothing. I do want kids. I don't have no shame in my game. Now, as time has progressed, I have gotten to where I'm very happy with the choice I made. I feel like I made the right choice choosing men or choosing a man because of numerous reasons. But I do get what he was saying because I have literally thought the same thing. Now, around 25 years old, that whole idea went out the window because it was like by that time I was so used to messing with guys because of being forced into only messing with guys. I would get girls, but it wouldn't be the kind that I wanted. So it was just becoming where it was like, you know what, I'm just gonna go ahead and try my luck. And it was the good decision for me because I'm happy with my choice. Me being with Scissor and not having no kids, not having that financial burden of a whole family on my shoulders. Also, just the way that relationships are in the straight community is horrible. I don't want to be a part of it. And yeah, we got our problems over here as well, but our problems is more so like we don't have no blueprint. We don't know what to do. We need to figure out what we want to do, how we want to do this, etc. In the straight community is different. It's a lot of issues with like dominance issues, submissive issues, people knowing their place, people knowing who they are, uh, what's valuable, all that. You know what I'm saying? And yeah, gay black men have some of the same issues, but I looked up on somebody that's bisexual just like myself, so it just depends on where you fall in. But yeah, this has literally been my thought process before. I've literally been like, man, if this don't work, I'm gonna settle down, give me a wife and kids. But until now, I just got up around 30, so I really just am like, I made the right decision. I can still have kids when I want to. Y'all, we can always have kids when we want to. Don't go and get a whole wife just to have some kids. Like, you gonna regret that. I promise you. Like, I thought about doing it a couple times. It's very tempting because it's like this feels weird holding this mic up. Like, real talk. I don't know if I'm going. Let me see. I could put it right here. Huh. I wonder how it sounds if I just do that. We're gonna see what that's like right there. Cause if I could just do that, I'm cool with that. But the whole holding it right here, that shit feel weird. All right, so yeah, y'all. However, keeping it real, this dude does not look bisexual to me. He could be, but he looks feminine, flamboyant. It's gonna be way harder for him to get a woman, but he still can. Honestly, to get women, all you need is money. I think dude done went viral a few times, so he must have some bread. It don't really take nothing to get women no more. You just need some money, and that's it. Like, for real. So it don't take nothing to have a kid no more. You can just have some money. We can do this whenever we want, y'all. As men, we really can reproduce almost up until that time is out. You know, like, real talk. There's no rush for us. So I just want to say that. And I don't recommend doing this, choosing to mess with a woman just because you want to have kids, or just because life is getting harder, the dating culture is getting hard, because it's going to be just as hard with women. I'm trying to tell you, it's going to be harder with women in some ways. It depends on who you are, but me as a traditional man, it's worse with women now because women are way too accessible. They're not the prize. They're not that valuable. They're giving their cookie up too easily. I'm talking about the majority of women, not all. But they also just don't value a dude like me, and I'm only gonna go where I'm congratulated and I'll tolerate it. So if you can find one that you actually mesh with and it's real, then I'll say do it. Because if you find a girl that actually accepts you for your sexuality, and she a black girl, a black woman at that, you didn't hit the jackpot. Real talk. So I feel like if it works for you, like, then it's good. But I won't say make this as a goal. This should be something that you fall into. Meaning you have to be actively bisexual and just fall in with a female, and that just what took off. Like me, I fell in with a dude and it took off. Like, cause I was talking to a girl before this as well, but yeah, which yeah, it had its issues as well. So there is no escaping dating issues. Every community, straight, gay, whatever, is the dating pool is piss poor. So trying to go from one demographic to the next. Now, like I said, there are some advantages depending on who you are. So you just need to know what you're actually looking for, what you want the most as a bisexual dude. Like, do you want to be the most dominant all the time, or do you want to share power? Because that's going to make you decide either or. If you want to have kids, you can do it the natural way faster with a woman, but with a man, it is possible. But however, a lot of people make that goal and they don't accomplish it because it takes more with a man. You got to actually like actively both want to have a surrogate or both make an arrangement. I call it a hood surrogate, where y'all both get a girl that y'all know, either a friend, a close, friend to the family, or a girl that y'all either then you used to mess with or something. I prefer it to be with me and Scissor has had this conversation. We gonna go with a girl that we have never either had sex with, because if we get a girl that we've had sex with, we know for a fact most time out of 10 she gonna want to have some entitlement to the kid, and I don't have no problem with that actually. But I want the arrangement to be where it's a lesbian couple, and then me and him, and then we, surrogate one of them both, because we want both our kids to have the same mom, so that our kids is actually related, and we look alike, so we know that they're gonna look alike for real. But do that, because I don't want to do it where it's like, I want it to be a mutual arrangement on each side, so that that kid has two families, two moms, two dads, like however y'all want to put it, uh, a village type shit. So it can work really well if you have the right setup, money, and time. And like, I feel like between 30 and like 38 is when it's the best time to do it. I don't recommend doing it like kids and stuff before you in your 30s. No way, no more. I used to say y'all should, you should do it like how all of us grew up seeing people have kids around 24, 23, sometimes 18 or whatever. But nah, I'm glad that I lived my life, because I've lived a good life. I lived a lot of life, like for real. And I feel like if I had a kid or some kids and I just had that, had that girl, whatever, that would have been real soon, real. I had a lot of heartbreaks too, though. So it's a give and take. When you don't have long lasting relationships, you're going to have a whole bunch of small ones, or you're going to be single the whole time. And I feel like single the whole time and having long lasting ones is gonna give you the least of experience, but at least having the long last ones, you'll be less damaged. So I'll put it that way. Everybody ain't as strong as say so. I got through all mine, like, but I dealt with mine. I've practiced self reflection, went to therapy, whatever I needed to do. It feels weird looking right here. I'm not looking at the camera like I'm used to. This is weird. I might actually switch out and start recording on my Galaxy again, real talk. But yeah, y'all. What else did I want to say on this? I do agree with his statement as far as caring about time. I feel like a lot of gays do not care about time. They look at like it don't matter what time, how old you are, you still good, whatever. And that's just not true, y'all. It's just not. That's just not facts. Okay. I think that as a bisexual, if you have the choice, real talk, if you have the choice and you are not feeling what you see in the gay community as far as dating, I feel like you should go ahead and talk to females as well. You don't have to tell these females about your sexuality immediately, but if you are openly bisexual, it'd be best to go ahead and tell them immediately, because honestly, it's going to be a dead giveaway if you're a certain age anyway, in my opinion. With no kids or nothing, I mean, it's rare for a straight man to have no kids past 30, but it happens. But y'all get what I'm saying. Um, if you had that choice, go ahead and look into that. Date girls and dudes at the same time, and whoever you fall for, that's who you go for. But don't force yourself on one side because you think it's going to be better, because that's not true. But worrying about the time, caring about, all right, like I'm not about to waste my life away till 35, 40 years old, 45 years old, and then I don't have nobody and I'm sitting here wondering what I did wrong. Like, I feel like it's best to fact check, do your research, find out what you really want, because yeah, we only got a certain amount of time on this world. On this world, I don't care what nobody want to tell you. They'll tell you whatever they want to, but we only got a certain amount of time, and you want to take life as it is and not take it for granted. And but 25 is early. 25 is not old. It's not, like you got time to actually get to know yourself more, find out what you want, and don't rush it at that age. Don't rush it at that age, because when I was like this, okay, I was like relationship oriented at a young age, looking for love, and I was getting stomped on a lot and taken advantage of, taken for granted, because these niggas at that age group you're like one of the few when you think like that at that age group. You're not a part of the like majority. So most of the niggas are gonna be coming through your life, taking your heart for granted, because they're not gonna tell you that they're not about, the relationship and all that stuff. They'll lead you to believe that. They'll gaslight you, love bomb you. This is where narcissists come in, make you believe that they with what you talking about, and then really they not, and then you'll find yourself in and out of a relationship, and then that could damage you. You know what I'm saying? That could make you bitter, angry, all that. And if you ain't strong, and if you don't know yourself. So that's why I say self-love, know yourself first, like for real, before you be trying to really put yourself in other people. Because if I look back on certain times, like I shouldn't have wasted my time with certain people just because like I have a big heart and I was trying to do this or whatever, and I saw this in them. Like, nah, potential is not enough. Like, at that age, speed on head through these niggas, like straight up. Like that's what I was doing, and I'm glad I did, because you don't want to waste too much time on one, and then, like, and I'm not talking about like always keep looking for the next best thing though. Don't keep looking for the next best thing. If you find somebody that's good for you and they dope, stick with them, love them, cherish them, and love the socks off of them for real. But if you meeting people who playing games with you and all that, don't keep giving them chance after chance. Just go ahead and cut them off and move on for real. All right. He got a point with the age thing. The I don't know at the end was loud. Like he's just like, I don't know, like this ain't working for me. Like I've been there before. Like this shit is whack. Like this can't be it. I didn't sign up for this. I didn't come out for this. I didn't risk losing family members, being isolated, being bullied, being gay baited, being gay bashed, whatever you want to call it. I didn't do all this. I wasn't brave for all this, for this. And I feel them. Like I've been there before where I was just like, nah, if I don't find something by 30, that was my next grow. Like I said, by 30, if I don't find them by 30, I'm going to have to be realistic, because I don't want to be no 35-year-old dad, like first time dad, like 33, 34 is around the time where I want to plan, but like I don't want to be past 35. I want to say that like 35 is the mark for a kid. I don't want to be no 40-year-old dad, but if that comes to it, I'm down with that too. I ain't gonna cap. I had, my grandpa and all them around me when I was younger, and I loved having them around. So being an older dad wouldn't necessarily be a bad thing either. I feel like y'all, you gotta choose your battles and choose your life out. You gotta plan it out as well. It's not gonna all plan out how you want it, but you gotta put some goals in place, because if not, you just going out here with like loose leaf paper, and you don't stand for nothing, you'll fall for anything. So yeah. But as far as him personally, DeAndre Brown, I don't know who this is for real. I've seen him a couple times on the media. He seems to be a flamboyant gay man, but he can still get it. He can still get what he want, honestly. Like, even with that being said, he can still get what he want. There's women out there that accept these kind of dudes all day. Real talk. So it won't be no stereotypical bitch, but that's good for him too, because them is not the ones. I'm noticing the homophobic ones is actually ones I don't want. Like me being bisexual kind of pushed me away from the right people in a sense, because that community of people who think like that, they are ignorant in other ways that I don't want to deal with at all. You know what I'm saying? So, hey, big ups to him. Good luck to him. Whatever comes to him that he wants, I hope he finds it. Yeah, y'all. I mean, that's it for this one. Y'all know what it is. Like, comment, subscribe. I'll see you on the next one. Peace.
No, I don't give a fuck about what anyone say. No, I don't give a fuck about what anyone say. Baby, how much I really take?